Hey, Bill, thank you so much for joining us in the middle of your busy season. Uh, we really appreciate your time this afternoon. But can you tell us how many Medicare clients do you have?
Jody, first of all, thanks for having me. But we have about 4,000 Medicare clients now.
Wow, wow. And I know you're a real staple in your community. In fact, I've heard many stories of a client talking to somebody in a barber shop, for example, or a hair salon, and saying, "You need to call my guy. You need to call my guy." And it turns out to be the same person, Bill McCluskey. State Line Senior Services is a truly known entity. You've created a phenomenal brand there in your community. I'm sure you're very proud of that. But just
Yeah, we've tried. We're very blessed in that way.
yes, yeah, and we're blessed to have you part of our team. Let me just ask a couple of other questions about how many virtual meetings are you planning to have during this annual enrollment period?
Sure. This annual enrollment period, I think we're at right over 100. I think it's 103 or something virtual workshops, if you will. Um, about 20 of those are client workshops, and roughly 80 or so are company specific workshops. We also, quite frankly, through the assistance you've given us over the last year, we're doing a lot of individual virtual appointments as well. Our advisors will probably do about 12 to 1,500 one-on-one appointments over the 2-month open enrollment period. And we're seeing that probably about 300, maybe 400 at the most are going to be virtual. A spin-off of that for some of our older clients is phone appointments. As silly as that sounds, we never really did a lot of phone appointments before, but we call people up and they want a one-on-one. They're not comfortable meeting face-to-face, but they happen to not be comfortable on the internet or with Zoom. And in a backwards kind of way, the virtual opportunities and presenting that to a client who's not comfortable with it has led us to, well, can we just talk about it on the phone? And that's been equally efficient to the virtual appointments. So that's been a real blessing as well. And we really didn't see that coming.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
That is incredible, Bill. So begs the question, how do you feel that the producers firm supported you and helped guide you in preparing for that magnitude of activity?
Sure. Well, for starters, of course, it goes without saying, but I will say it. Nobody saw a pandemic or anything like this coming. I've been in the insurance financial services industry since 1983, and I'm not an IT person. So, of course, as soon as we have to shut down the office back in March, or we chose to at least, there was an initial freezing of how the heck are we going to do this? And we no sooner had a chance to think about freezing, and Jody and his team, all of you folks, reached out to us and said, hey, here's some tools, here's some meetings, here's how it's going to concern to conducting Zoom meetings. And whether it was Jody conducting Zoom meetings with us to keep us informed as to what's going on and some training opportunities with him, but then taking it a step up and showing us how to do Zoom meetings. I've had one-on-one phone discussions, one-on-one Zoom meetings, literally walking me through the process of here's the tools you could use, here's some webcams you can consider doing, here's some lighting. I mean, every detail. Jody was a perfectionist and was so proactive on that. If you told me in March that in October and November, my team would be doing over 100 virtual workshops and over another 300-400 virtual one-on-one appointments, I would have never believed it. But step by step, whether it be in group situations or one-on-one, you guys have just walked us through the whole process. And, we couldn't be more appreciative, and it couldn't have worked out better for us. And even our team meetings, not to go on and on, but, through the pandemic, I really didn't want to lay anybody off, and we didn't have to. We were fully functional. We were profitable. We did our team meetings. We did our appointments. We even did some electronic applications, which I had never done before. So we really didn't miss a beat. And if I haven't said it enough, thank you.
Well, thank you. we've had a professional and a personal friendship really for over 2 decades. It's hard to believe that it's been that long. But I remember when
Yeah.
we first started together, you were doing several hundred thousand of annuity and life business, but now you're, well, you had a $3 million a month. So that's just in 1 month. So what would you attest that to, that growth?
I think the biggest thing that helped us is when we got in touch with you guys, when we met, and you started talking about the concept of not being just a insurance agent or financial advisor or financial planner, but starting to run things like an entrepreneur. That's when I started taking the background I had in the corporate world and saying, we really, even though we're at one point I was a one-man gang, so to speak, working at the office I'm currently in, happens to be right now, but we're a one-man team, and I started thinking about things and instituting systems and being more of an entrepreneur. And I quickly figured out that whether we were just me 20 years ago or our team of, I think there's 13 of us now, whatever it is, if we have systems in place, it's a lot easier to manage systems, and systems will create consistency. You can learn from them, and it's the path of success. So really that transition from being a financial advisor to being an entrepreneur has been extremely helpful. And whether it's tools like introducing me to a peer advisory group that I met with on a monthly basis for several years, or some coaching I got on a one-on-one basis, business coaching, or just the tools on your website and having access to that, or the meetings that you guys put on from time to time to keep us abreast of new products and new market trends. But it's that mentality that's so critical and is missing everywhere else. I've been doing this, like I said, for 37 years. Everybody can teach you or will teach you product knowledge. You'll get some sales skills here and there. But the overall encompassing of this is how you operate a successful business to increase revenue, increase profits, and be an entrepreneur. That's what you guys have brought to the table for me.
Wow, Bill, we're so happy to have been able to witness the evolution of your business and your practice through the years. And thank you for sharing your expertise with us. At the Producers Firm, we've worked with hundreds of agents and have been able to help them take their businesses to the next level. In fact, as Bill mentioned, we've trademarked the term financial services entrepreneur. And we've put together our best practices for running virtual meetings, as well as a tutorial video for you to view. Both can be accessed by visiting our website, theproducersfirm.com. So I invite you to visit our website. Let's make this year the year that you transform your practice. Give me a call at 1-800-639-2032 to start a conversation.